Good morning, and welcome to another spicy episode of It's the Coffee for Me. Yes, girl. It's that early mid-morning get together where you can just come as you are. It don't matter. You can look as bummy as you want to be, honey. This is the time where you can come as you are, baby. Your hair can be crazy. Just make sure you brush your teeth and get your coffee ready. Who has their coffee ready for the coffee for me this morning? Who's ready? Hmm? Super excited for this morning's coffee for me because today's episode, ladies, is coming straight off of our Facebook page. So we are literally answering your questions from our Facebook group, right? If you're not following us on our Facebook group, go over right now to Facebook right now and check out Sweet Sisters. There is a Sugar Babe 101 group. There is it's called Sweet Sisters Sugar Babe 101. So if you're not in the Sweet Sisters group, you need to get there ASAParoo, okay? ASAParoo. I am pulling all of these questions straight off of there. Let me just go ahead and check out recent posts so that I could get what's juiciest, okay? I want to make sure that I'm bringing you ladies some hot coffee in the morning. Coffee in the morning. So let's get started. Tea is so last year. We drink coffee over here, honey. All right, so let's get started. First question is from Tanae. Tanae says, is it proper to have more than one daddy at a time? Tanae, that is a bomb question, girl. Let me just tell you. Okay. So until you have a rock on your finger that says this one is mine, okay, you need to make sure that you keep your dating pool wide open. Now, I'm not saying let anybody jump up in your lake, honey. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of fish in the sea, but there's a lot of fishermen too. So before you just go ahead and decide this is what you're having for dinner, this is what you're having for dinner, you might just spend an extra little few minutes by the water, and you might see that yacht go by, and you might want to eat dinner there instead of this, little guppy for dinner. Right? Right? Because that yacht will take you out to the big ocean where you'll meet the big fish, right? So I want you to keep in mind, ladies, that you are single until someone puts a ring on your finger and tells you otherwise. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that you can date multiple people and your partner be cool with it. It simply means that you are open to dating multiple people. You should be. And unless you have that discussion with your partner that says like, hey, I want this to be exclusive. I don't want us seeing other people. I'm not okay with that. All right. Fine. That's totally up to you then to make that decision if that's right for you or not. For me personally, I don't want to date multiple people. I would rather not. I would rather keep my mind focused on just one. The opportunity is greater for me with just one. So my advice would be to continue dating until you found the one that gives you all of the things that you have on your expectation list. Okay. But keep dating until you find go with the first person you meet, or it doesn't mean that you have to, pick someone quickly. No, sis. It just simply means that you want to date around until you find the right kind of guy. So absolutely, you should have more than one daddy, but you should be honest with all of them no matter what. Okay. There's going to be a little truth conversation that we do a little bit later. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I experienced this myself. This happened to me. So I want to show you all the screenshots and share them with you. You're going to absolutely want to be a part of that live. So keep your eye out for that a little later. All right. Next question is from Alma. Alma says, it's odd when someone won't share photos, right? I understand being discreet, but I feel like it's a red flag. I've never done this. He said people will steal photos and use them for nefarious purposes. Okay, So it is true that it is a little weird when you can't see someone's photos. Yes, that's true for all of us, right? Like if you are, interested in someone online, you want to see their pictures. However, you have to remember that, sis, if you're not in a position to have something to lose, aka a six-figure salary or someone special at home, or even just your position at work because it's been going around the office that you're on a couple sugar daddy sites, right? So you do have to be conscientious of the fact that these men do have something to lose. Okay. So they may not be comfortable just running around sharing their photos with everybody. They're just not. You have to keep in mind that these guys, know a lot of people. They network with a lot of people, and they're just not really in a place where they want to risk it all for some chick online that they don't even know. So let's just be mindful of that. But always get your person off the phone. I'm sorry, off the internet and onto the phone so that they're more comfortable sharing photos. Also, ask to do a Skype or a FaceTime session, right? Because that always helps to see what this person looks like, experience this person without them having to share photos. So it's more common than you think that guys in those positions don't want to share their pictures, but typically it's because that's a real pot that doesn't want to share his photos, and he's probably got something to lose. So get him off the internet, get him on the phone. That's the best way to determine if this is a real person or worth your time. Let's see. Next question comes from Av. She says, where do I begin? Girl, on the internet. You are in the right place to begin, sis. You are here. You are in the Sweet Sisters group on Facebook. It is the only outlet that you have through me for free to be able to get your questions answered live every week on Tuesday, but also to get some more information on mentorship and figure out what works for you and what doesn't. If you don't feel like you need a mentor, then this is the perfect place for you because everybody in here is a mentor. Everybody in here has experienced sugaring to some degree or dating different to some degree. Even some ladies have dipped and dabbed in the hoe game and can help you in the areas that you need help. I don't care how you date. I don't care what you call it. I just want you to date differently. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Katie. How do I get an EDU email? You pay a lot of money to go to school. You go into debt. That's how you get an EDU email. Ladies, you do not need an EDU email to get a free account on Seeking in order for your account to pop. None of my students pay for their accounts on Seeking. None of them have premium memberships, and all of them are seeing success. Morning, Manda. Speaking of my students and success, there goes one right there. So you have to understand that you don't need an EDU email. You don't have to be a student in order to get a free premium account. You don't need a premium account at all. None of my students are required or asked or requested to purchase anything beyond mentorship. I'm not reading all that. That's too much. Let's see. Hello, what are your main go-to apps or websites for sugar daddies? I would say Seeking is number one. It has the most sugar daddies, but it also has the most salt. So you got to weed through it and you got to know how to weed through it. Seeking is number one. Number two for me was sugardaddyforme.com. I love that website. I got a lot of hits from it. And whatsyourprice.com. Those are my top three favorites. I always had super, super, super amounts of success. But millionairematch.com, one of my students right now is, $2 million house shopping from a guy she met on Millionaire Match. Let me see what else. There's a ton of them. You can go check out sugardaddy.com with two Y's. sugardaddy.com. You can go check out sugardaddy.com, and there's a long list on there of all the sugar sites. There's a list. It even goes and dives deep into what sites are what, why you would appreciate and enjoy them. It dives into the pros and cons of every single one of those sites. So 100% definitely go check out sugardaddy.com for the best reviews. Okay. But I can tell you that it's not what site you're working, it's how you're working it. It has a lot less to do with what site and so much more to do with what you're doing while you're on that site. How are you responding to people? What are you saying? Make sense? Can anyone fill me in on why I keep getting asked for a pic of my ID? I don't know why you're getting asked for a pic of your ID outside of them trying to verify that you're a real person by saying, let me see a photo of your ID. Not a bad way to, what's the word I'm looking for? My mind just went blank. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But anyway, not a bad way to like weed out who's real and who's not. But I'm mad that word is really stuck in my head. I cannot say this word. I don't know why it's not coming in my head. Screen. Thank you. Why I'm being asked for my ID is to simply screen you. Maybe you just look that good, and they're trying to make sure that you don't look like, or I'm sorry, that you're not a fake person or a fake account, right? So maybe you just look that good, girl. Give yourself some credit. They're trying to thank you, verify who you are. So block out everything, address, block out driver's license number, block out all that stuff, and send over the picture of your ID. Who cares? It's not that deep. Let's see here. I was asked if I sell pics. What do y'all normally sell yours for? Okay, here's a really good rule of thumb. Don't ask other women what they blank for, because if I jump off a bridge for $10, does that mean you're going to jump off a bridge for $10? If I put something in my mouth for $20, are you going to put it in your mouth for $20? Don't justify or validate your price by asking other women. Period. If you're comfortable selling a foot picture for $5, sell for $5 and get your money, boo. Right? If you're comfortable selling it for $5,000, sell it for $5,000 and get your money, boo. You know what the craziest part is? It doesn't matter how much these women tell you that you're going to get for your photo, because none of them are going to buy it from you. So who cares? Who cares what they think? Who cares what number they sell theirs for? Because your feet might not be as pretty as her feet. So you got to sell yours for a little less. Or maybe your feet are so ugly that you could sell them for so much, because nobody's got feet that look like that. Right? You cannot base your value off of what someone else is doing with their body. That is the worst thing you can do. You know why? Because you'll be out here miserable, wondering why you can't make what they made off of their picture. Why they're getting more for their time versus you getting more for your time, or why they stop making everything so transactional against yourself, and just decide what you're comfortable with. Decide how much your value is. Decide how much is the right price for you, and go with it. It's that simple. What app or website can I find them? I already said that. Anyone dealing with OkCupid? Again, doesn't matter what site you're on. I have students that deal in very, very, very vanilla sites and have had no issues. Let's see. What is this one? If you're into pay pigs or subs, Kinko is for you, ladies. So for all my ladies out there that are into submissive men, Kinko, Kinkoo, is for you. Travia, thank you for that. Any advice for first-time sugar baby? Ooh, I want to address this, because here's the advice, okay? This is why it's important to get a real mentor and just not ask people for their advice, okay? Here's why. Listen to the responses that they're giving this first-time sugar baby. Ashley says, don't give up. It takes time. I agree. Sean says, start taking a bunch of pictures everywhere you go. You're going to need them. I agree. Never send free content. I agree. Don't settle for less, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want and need. Agree. Don't do things you're not okay with. Don't let them push your boundaries. You're a goddess. Don't settle for a psycho. If he ever tries to coerce you, cage you, or just be too controlling, leave. Don't ever be traumatized for some money, sis. Trust your intuition. Wonderful advice, right? And then here comes this. Make up a whole new persona, a new identity. Don't use the same pics for sugaring as you do for any social media. Have fun. Don't be too greedy, but know your worth and don't give up. Ladies, if the first piece of advice is make up a whole new persona, lie, do not take advice from that person. Okay? Do not take advice from that person. Let me just tell you, let me just put you on a little bit to lying. Okay? Now, I had a gentleman who reached out to me from Seeking, because I really wanted to make sure, that I would be able to show these ladies that everything that I tell them they can have, they can have. And they can have it by standing in their truth, right? So here's what happens. I get this phone call from a guy named Mike on Seeking, and I'm with Papa in Mexico. So the phone rings, and I don't really have time to talk to this guy because we're getting ready to get in the car and we're going to do what we do. And so I'm like trying to get him off the phone, and I end up telling him, "Hey, Mike, I'm getting ready to get in a taxi and head out." And he asked me, do I have, did I meet friends in Mexico? I'm like, yeah, I have friends here, and just lying for no reason, just lying because I don't know if I was nervous because I was having the conversation in front of Papa or just dusty because I haven't had that first conversation in a really long time. So I was like, how can I tell these other women how to do this and do it the right way if I can't even do it? So I put myself to the test and check it out. After I lied, I felt like a piece of shit. I felt like so much weight because when you are so honest and you're in your truth all the time, the moment that you fix your face to lie, no matter who you're lying to, no matter what the lie is, it feels horrible. It really makes you feel awful. So after I get off the phone, Papa looks at me and he says, you just lied. And I was like, I know. And he was like, why'd you lie? And I was like, I don't know. And so it was even more eating me up that he now knew that I lied for the first time ever. Okay. Ever. He's never heard me lie before because I don't lie. So long story short, I messaged this guy and this is what the message says. Now I'm going to show you just so that you can see, right? I'm not bullshitting you, right? I'm not bullshitting you. There's a real message, right? You see it. And the message says, so I'm big on truth and transparency. So I must say, I'm not actually in Mexico with friends per se. I'm actually on a trip with a gentleman. And I had to call you back because we're getting in the car to head to the beach. Not that it's critical information, but I'm just so bad at lying and it feels so wrong and so damn not like me. I'm sitting in this car actually uncomfortable because I lied to someone I don't even know. Weird, I know, but it's a character trait of mine that's a gift and a curse, really. I've been dating around for a while and struck vibe with someone who was up for traveling, so we decided to take a trip together. Truth, right? And check this out. Check out the response, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. You see his first sentence? His opening sentence after I lied to him and then cleared up my lie by telling the truth, always standing your truth. His response was, you have just sprung to the top of the list, providing we have chemistry. He said, because the truth is the most important thing. I would tell you that if we met, that the one thing I can't take is lying. There's nothing I really can't handle as long as it's the truth. And despite the fact that I'm older, I'm not a monk. Actually cleaning the house because this girl that insists on bringing all kinds of food over, like red lobster or like lobster and everything else, wants to come over. And I really don't even feel like seeing her anymore. But she's fun. She keeps trying to bribe me. I happen to be a lot of fun and a person that's really out there. Then he says, how's the trip coming? Right? How crazy is that? After I just lied to this man, right? I cleared it up by telling him the truth. And then the truth was, look, I'm away on vacation with somebody else. Sorry. I don't know this man anything. I don't know him anything but the truth. I just started talking to him yesterday. It doesn't matter who I was with, what I was doing. It should not matter to him because we're just meeting. You see? And so to him, he says, look, the truth is the most important. The truth is the most important. I lied to him by telling him that I'm getting in the car in a cab and I have friends down here in Mexico. And I was with Papa. We were getting into the BMW. So I was lying. It was a little petty lie. But I just wanted to prove to you ladies that even the littlest, pettiest lies, people can feel them. They know. And they know when you're in your truth and they appreciate it and they value it. And they will, your value will increase as your truth continues to show. I'm telling you that's how it works. So horrible advice with getting a new persona, a new identity. Don't use your ridiculous advice. Horrible advice. Do not take that advice. Let's see. So I saw something about getting a legit sugar daddy from Craigslist. Is that legit? If so, what do I type in? Ladies, I love that you think that you can get answers from people that are women, right? So crazy, it gave me life. Yes, yes. That are women, and you're asking these women if they can find a sugar daddy on Craigslist, and then you're asking them what to type in. Sis, if it was that easy to just go, let me just go find a sugar daddy on Craigslist. Type in sugar daddy on Craigslist. If it was that simple, sis, everybody would be typing in those words. Do you know what I mean? Everybody would be typing in those words. Everybody would have that in their profile. Everybody would write that in their post. Do you see? I'm going to teach you how to do this your unique way that sets you apart from everyone else. This is a proven way that works. Do you understand? It is a proven way. It's a money back guarantee. It has a money back guarantee. So if you step into work with me and you don't find what you're looking for, money back guarantee. Okay? It doesn't get any better than that. But I can tell you that if you go on Craigslist and you type in what everybody else is typing in, you're going to get what everybody else is getting. Scammers and bots, bullshit. Do you know what I mean? You can find your person anywhere. You can find your person at the Wawa, at the gas station, at the coffee shop, anywhere. Literally, you can find your person anywhere. Taylor says, I'm new to this. I got on Seeking Arrangements and all these dudes kept sending shit like, send me money so I can put you on payroll. I know it's a scam, but like, what the hell? Where can I get started doing this? Again, you're in the right place. I'm sending you ladies over to sweet2elite.com. If you don't pick up a weekend bundle, they start at $27. If you don't make an investment in you, you cannot expect anybody else to make an investment in you. What makes you think that you can go request a house from a man, right? But you haven't even invested in yourself to repair or fix or alter your credit. You want this man to buy you a boat and you never even went and got your fishing license. Do you know what I mean? Like you can request things all you want and think that you deserve them. But if you're not willing to make an investment in yourself first, what makes you think that anyone else is going to see your value, your worth, and want to make an investment in you as well? If you can't make a $27 investment in yourself, why would someone make a $270 investment in you? You see? Get your toy. Like, why? Right? So you cannot expect. You're like, I want a brand new car. Okay, if I took you to the car lot right now to get you a brand new car in your name, would your credit be able to drive off the lot with the BMW I want to buy you? If the answer is no, then you need to start making investments in yourself. You need to start looking at you and saying, how can I make small investments in myself that level me up so that when I meet people that are ready to level up or level me up as well to the next step, when I meet those people, they catch my vibe, they feel my energy, they get it, right? They can take me to the car dealership to get that BMW because my credit is right. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't do those things, if you don't make an investment in yourself, ladies, you cannot expect anyone else to make an investment in you. You just can't. I'm new to sugaring and I'm trying to figure out, Haley says, I'm trying to figure out a good weekly allowance. Obviously, it's different for everyone in every arrangement. I was thinking of starting off at $550. Is that reasonable? Again, you are asking women that will never pay your bills how much money they think is enough for you, your time, your body, your energy. That is absolutely insane. It's insane. It's insane. Ladies, you absolutely cannot ask another woman how much your value is. If you're not comfortable with 550 or if you think it's too much, then it's too much. If you think it's not enough, then it's not enough. You have to stop basing your value on someone else's opinion. You have to stop allowing others to write your narrative. Honestly, and stop asking for allowance. Why does everybody ask? Can anybody tell me why you ask for allowance? Can somebody tell me what the gag is behind that? Can anybody put me on, please? Somebody that's not my student, because I already know y'all know. Yeah, stop asking that question. I don't know why people expect someone else to tell them what to accept for their body. Yeah, it's a crazy question. But why do we ask for allowance? Can somebody answer me that question? Why do we ask for allowance? I'm actually going to post that here. Why do you ask for allowance? I'm really curious. Really curious here. I think she just wants an estimate, not necessarily what y'all use, but just like an estimate. How can anyone give an estimate on, okay, where is the rule book? Where is the price book? Where is the inventory list? Where is the profit loss sheet on how much you should ask for? How is there a right answer to that? How can you ask anyone that question and expect an actual answer? The answers are going to be all over the place because it's an opinion. It's an opinion. Why do you ask for allowance? Consistent income, consistency. Okay, so let me ask you this. If it's for consistency, right? You want consistency, right? What happens when Sarah comes along and she looks way better than you? Sorry, and she's willing to do everything you do, cheaper, faster, longer, for less money. What happens to your consistency then? What happens to your consistency then? Allowance is ingrained in aspect to the whole no, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, somebody at some point created that culture and everybody else said, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Oh, it worked for that girl. Let's do that. That is why sugaring and prostitution have blurred lines. That is why the whole game and sugaring has blurred lines. That is exactly why. Because somebody somewhere said, I'm going to ask for allowance because it's consistent. That is the least consistent way to get money. It is the least. It is the least. You guys said you wanted consistency. It is the least consistent way to earn an income. Honestly. And really, if you ask me, these men treat seeking like a cheaper escort. Sugar daddy scam is what I call it. That's because of the way you're going about it. Stop asking for a fucking allowance. Why are you asking for a man to give you X amount of dollars for your time, your energy, your body, your brain, your mood, no, hell no. And it's the same all the time. Every week I'm getting $500. That's it. That's all I'm worth. You know, every time you get that 500, it's going to feel good the first 2 or 3 times. And then after that, it's going to become a job. Because it is a job. Because you have to hang out with somebody that you don't actually like, that you don't actually want to spend your time with. You have to even potentially be intimate with this person for this money that you're getting for you to only pay a bill with it. You're not doing shit else with it. I know, because your mindset's in the wrong place. Your mindset is in allowance mode, which tells me that you are not living in a mindset of abundance. You are living in scarcity. You are worried about your bills. You are worried about how to pay this. You are worried about how to take care of that. So when that little bit of money comes in, that little bit of money is gone. That shit is not going into a savings account. That shit is not building a business. That shit is not reproducing and earning more income for you. That is not sowing a seed anywhere. You know what it's doing? Going right to those bills. It doesn't matter what the number is. It could be 1,000. It could be 500. It could be 1,500. It could be whatever. You know how quickly I blow $500? This is how quickly. Right there. Those flowers on that table right there. $500 right there. You know how quick I blow 500? $500 right there. $479, I think those were. $500 right there. How dare you put a price of anything on you? You are far too valuable. You are far too awesome and amazing. You have far too much to offer for anyone to tell you that your value is only X amount of dollars a week. Stop asking for allowance and your ass will get much further in this sugar game. I promise you. I promise you. I know a girl, she gets $3,500 every month plus gifts. Guess what? That girl is playing the shit out of herself. You know why? Because if he can afford to give you $3,500, he can afford to give you $3,800. If he can give you $3,800, he could have afforded to give you $4,000. But because you asked and settled for $3,500, that's all you're gonna get until he decides to get rid of you. Do you understand? That is not consistency. That man doesn't owe you $3,500. At the end of the month, if he decides, he doesn't have to give it to you. He doesn't owe you anything. You can't just tap his bank account for that money. It's consistent because you're consistently kissing ass for it. That's why. That's what makes it consistent. Do you understand? Stop asking for an allowance, ladies. There are ways to get bigger gifts, more money, and a better relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. Just stop asking for an allowance. That is not the best way to do it. Think about it. You guys remember that Pretty Woman scene, right? Where she was like, 4,000. And he was like, no, 2,000. And she was like, whatever. The conversation was 3,000. They negotiated her value. And guess what? At the end, she said, I'm gonna make you enjoy yourself so much you're never gonna want to leave. And he said, sweetheart, not only am I gonna leave, right? Not only am I gonna leave, but I would have paid 4,000. She said, I would have settled for 2. He said, I would have paid 4. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. She said, I would have settled for 2. I would have taken 2. I would have paid 4. How about that? She played herself. She undersold her amount because she's worried about scarcity mindset will have you do shit and agree to shit and not even realize that it is not in your best interest. Straight up. So then what do you ask for? A seat, a diamond seat. That's what you ask for, so that I can teach you the conversation that you need to have to get what these women are getting. Listen to me. Look, straight up out of my group, right? In the diamond group, look at this. Look at this. Over 100 members in here. Oh, we got new stuff in here. Let me go back. Wait a minute. I missed a couple things. Damn, that just happened yesterday? Hold up. I ended up finding a different house I like, and it's now under contract. My name is on everything. The closing is in December. I should be in by January. He's also taking out a life insurance policy in the amount of the house in case anything happens. I can still be able to afford to live there, etc. He's very dedicated to seeing me smile. Look, this is the type of shit my students are doing right now. Shopping for $500,000 homes. Do you understand? This is what you get when you stop asking for some goddamn allowance. Okay? Okay? Let me just show you. So I went on a date yesterday and it was very nice and refreshing. Threw out a cookie crumb, shared with him how I've been working longer hours to get the funds I need to cover the damage. Okay, I ain't going to give y'all the rest of that because that's too much sauce. You got to be a diamond member for that. You got to get the how to. I taught her the how to. She used the how to, the cookie crumb, and blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Hold up. They don't love you like I love you. Slow down. They don't love you like I love you. Back up. I'm telling you. And this was, look at the date. Monday, November 23rd. That just came in this morning. You see it? The 23rd. So I just want you to know that you're doing it wrong. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. But you can ask someone who's doing it the right way and they will teach you and they will show you how to do it the right way. Okay? Okay? They'll teach you and they'll show you how to do it the right way. Because this is the type of shit that we see, right? Seeking accounts, lit, popping, money coming in daily, okay? So never mind allowance. I'm telling you that you're asking for the wrong thing. You're searching for the wrong thing. You're asking for the wrong thing. Look at this. That could be you. That could be you. This could be you right here. But you know why it's not you looking at this $2 million house? Because you're too busy trying to get $2,000 a month. Just saying. Just saying. It's the coffee for me. It's the coffee for me, girl. That closet bigger than your bedroom, sis. That closet is bigger than her current bedroom. Okay? I'm just saying. So if you want to keep asking for allowance, knock yourself out, go for it, sis. Do whatever you want to do. But look, check it out. Look at this. $7,354 for surgery. You want some surgery? Join the diamond group. I'm going to teach you how to get it. This is all out of my diamond group. Look. This is the group, sis. This is the group. This is all the group photos right here. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see the money. I know you see the investments. I know you see it. This is daily. You're worried about $500 a week. How about just a text message that you send out that says, hey, I need $500 for blah, blah, blah. And that money is sent to you right away. And then in a couple days later, you need money for blah, blah, blah. And then boom, that money is sent to you right away. But no, you're too busy worried about allowance. So now you got to wait until next Wednesday to see Jeff so that you can get your tire fixed. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You're doing it all wrong. I'm telling you that there's a way to kill the game, whether you want to be a sugar baby, whether you want to be a hoe, whether you want to be a full-blown escort, whether you want to have a long-term solid relationship like me, whether you want your dun 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 dun, right, and the ring and things. Like, I can help you get there. But if you keep doing it your way, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. All right, I got time for one more question because we're on 35 minutes. So let's see. I just read that one. Hey, beautiful ladies, any questions on how to get money quick? I work, but my car is being a shithead and I don't have the funds to fix it myself. And this finding a sugar daddy isn't working very well for me. I've been at it for a little over 2 months now and I just get scammers. Okay, again, scarcity mindset. These men can feel it. They want an abundant woman. They want a woman with that's an abundant thinker. And if all you're thinking about is how you only get scammers and all you're thinking about is your car is a piece of shit and all you're thinking about is how you don't have money, that is what the universe is going to continue to bring you. And these men feel your stress. You should never step into the sugar bowl because you're broke. Like, that is just not it, because these men don't want these basic bitches with basic bills anymore. That's old, right? Like, the year of the $40 chick is over. These men want substance. They want to invest in you. They want to invest in you. So please, please stop asking. Again, my opinion, just like an asshole, right? Everybody's got opinions. I'm sure allowance has worked for many, many women. Many women have had allowances for a very long time. But I'm telling you that no matter how much money they made from that allowance, I promise you they played themselves. They could have made more. They could have made more. They could have had bigger and better investments if they only stopped asking for an allowance. Yeah. All right. Here's really the last one because this is a good one. I'm new here. I could use some help. Any advice, tips, tricks, or what to put in your profile would help. 3 things you need to put in your profile that will help. There are 7 altogether, but that's the blueprint. So I'm going to give you 3. The top 3 that you need. Number 1, what you're looking for in your partner. Okay. Not money and gifts and things like that. Qualities of your companion, right? What kind of qualities does this man have? Like consistency. Okay. Number 2, this is going to blow some of your minds, but I guarantee you this is why your profile sucks and all my profiles that I've ever written have always been successful. Here's why. My profiles include what we will do for him. Yours doesn't, because you're too busy worrying about being the table that you didn't write any of that in your profile. So because you didn't write any of that in your profile, yours looks just like everybody else's and you're getting skipped over and stopped by just scammers, right? My students see success because they include that ingredient. It is very important. There is a way to word it. If you struggle with it, reach out. I'm happy to help you. Set up a call with me so that we can work through your profile. I also offer profile pops, which are custom one-on-one profiles that you can do with me together, right? So your profile is not like anybody else's because you get worksheets beforehand to fill out to make sure yours is unique and independent and different, right? And then we sit down and we actually do it together live. We write it together. So it's 100% different than any other profile you've ever seen anywhere. But number three is paint a picture of your date. In other words, if you don't want to end up at a hotel room tonight, make sure you include where you want to go, where you want to be, what you want to do, what's acceptable for you for a first date. Don't just say go out to eat. Out to eat where? Do you know how many of my students have gone on their perfect ideal first date? How this guy just walks through their profile as the perfect date because it's written right there. He doesn't have to guess at, what she likes to eat. He doesn't have to guess on if she likes to dance or likes live music because it's already included in her profile when they first met, right? The first impression he got of you was that you are this fun, exciting person. And you wrote that in your profile, you see? So if your profile doesn't have those 3 key ingredients, I promise you, you're probably going to see a lot slower of a turnaround for your successes. Okay? You're probably going to see a much, much slower turnaround. So I see a couple questions posted in the chat box. Let me see if I can get to them real quick. How do you keep personal accounts separate from Sugar Baby Life? I've made my accounts but can't get into these groups because I don't have friends in my Sugar Baby accounts, so I look like a fake account. What? I know my spouse is looking for me on these things to run me through the mud. Oh, girl, well, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here, or you shouldn't be married to that man. Because I'm sorry, Jen, I say this with love. If you are online searching for someone else to provide you anything, companionship, lifestyle, love, finances, family, whatever it is, you are barking up the wrong tree, sis. You're barking up the wrong tree because you're going to get caught. Your man is going to find out. It's going to create a major trust issue for you, and he will never be able to get past the fact that you were searching for another man in placement of what he cannot do for you. So instead of being in that marriage or that relationship for love, why don't you just decide that it's time for you to part your ways and for you to go about your business and for you to grow, level up, and elevate? Because if you are searching online for another man to offer you what your man that you already have won't, can't, or refuses to, you're with the wrong man. You understand? Why are you with this guy when you can have this guy? He's there. He's ready for you. He wants you, but you chose this guy. So that's your choice. That's your problem. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I mean, you can create a fake account. You can create all that stuff. You can try to keep it separate. You can try, but the truth always rises. The cream always rises to the top, no matter what. The cream always rises to the top, and you're going to get caught, and it's going to create a problem in your relationship. Any student that steps in to work with me that's in a relationship, I tell them all the time, are you at a point where you are ready to walk away from what you have right now? Because if you're not ready to walk away from what you have right now, okay? If you're not willing to walk away from what you have right now, I can assure you that you're going to ruin your relationship. I'm going to ruin your relationship. I'm telling you. That's a fake post. I don't know about this, Nakia. This doesn't seem very real to me. I'm going to approve that post, but I'm definitely going to comment below it because I don't think that's real. What's the matter? You got to go pee-pee? Okay, mommy's taking you out now. I've been thinking about more open-minded on my sugar options, thought about possibly seeking out a wealthy woman. Not a bad option. All right, ladies. On that note, I am out of here. I appreciate you for joining us for Coffee for Me. I'm taking you out, baby. Hold on. I'm going. For It's the Coffee for Me. I really, truly appreciate y'all. Fendi got to go out now, so I got to go. But we will be back next Tuesday. Same time, 10 a.m. So turn on your notifications. If you are not in a position to spend $99 on a diamond seat to get all the answers, get the unlimited coaching, that's right, girl, unlimited coaching. That means you can call your coach whenever you need to, and I'll be there for you. Money back guarantee, boo. But if you're not in a position to spend $99 a month, that's okay. Go over to click the link in the bio. Check out the weekend workshops. Go follow us on IGTV. Check out It's the Coffee for Me. It will answer a ton of questions for you. You don't want to miss these on Tuesday. So if nothing at all, go set your notifications so that you don't miss out on an opportunity to ask me anything. I'll be back in a little bit, ladies, for another live. As soon as I take Fen out, I'm going to chit chat with you ladies a little bit. So hold on to those questions that you had. Okay, hold on to those questions that you had. And I will be back in just a few after I walk Fendi to answer the rest of your questions, ladies. Alrighty. I appreciate you all for tuning in to It's the Coffee for Me. And next Tuesday, I want to see you here live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, ladies, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, and I'll see you ladies next week on Tuesday. Remember, this is hard work, y'all. It is not just a luxury, ladies. It's a lifestyle. Ciao.